Hello student friends, welcome back to your online class. Today I am here with a very important topic. This topic is from the grammar section. The topic is correct tense. So before we begin discussion of the topic, let me clear you one thing. We shall not go in detail. The discussion of correct tense which we will discuss today will not be in detail because a broad description, a detailed description was done when you were in class 9. So before we begin, I shall ask you to take out your class 9 grammar copy, look at all the rules of correct tense and then watch the video, because that will help you to understand better and even in a very clear and easy manner. Alright, so let us start our today's topic of discussion. It is correct tense. Correct tense. I will take up some sentences and we'll discuss it and come out with a solution of the sentence. Well, let's start. See the first sentence. Sentence number 1. ₹5 be not a small sum. ₹5 be not a small sum. This is the sentence. Now you are asked to make the correct form of the verb given in bracket. Now we all know be, the verb be. One verb has got 3 forms: present, past and past participle. So students, keep in mind am, is, are. Present form of be verb. Present form of be verb. Was, were. Was, were, past tense. Was, were, past tense. What is the past participle? Been, BWN, been. Been is what? Past participle. Past participle. Clear? So am is our present form of be verb. Was, were, past form of be verb. Been is the past participle of be verb. Clear? Okay. Now see. ₹5 is not a small sum. Here 5 s is there. Normally when s or es is added with a noun, we call it as plural. So but remember, ₹5, 2 years, 10 miles, these are singular units. These are singular units. All right. So therefore the verb in the singular form is used. The verb in what? In singular form is used. These are singular units. ₹5, no doubt s or es is added, but still these are singular units. ₹5, 10 miles, 2 years, these are singular units, and the verb in singular form is used. So what will be the answer? ₹5 is not a small sum. Why singular? Because I repeat, ₹5, 2 years, 10 miles, these are singular units. Clear? Okay. Let us check sentence number 2. Mathematics be not easy to learn. Mathematics be not easy to learn. Now see, again, mathematics be not easy to learn. S Students, remember, news, mathematics, wages, politics, money are singular nouns and they take singular verbs. They are singular nouns and they take singular verbs. Mathematics, politics, wages, news, money are singular nouns and they take singular verbs. So here again I shall write mathematics is not easy to learn. Why is? Because mathematics, news, politics, wages, these are singular nouns and they take singular verbs. So mathematics is not easy to learn. The present form of be verb am is are, so I write is. Past form was were, past participle been. So mathematics is not easy to learn. Hope you are clear. Let's move to sentence number 3. Sentence number 3. Sentence number 3 is a conditional sentence. See, conditional sentence usually comes in exam. Conditional sentences are easy. Now, how to make easy? There is a simple technique. There is a shortcut method of how to keep the rule of conditional sentence in mind. I will show you in a tabular form to make it easy for you. Let's check out. Number 3. If I be you, I would not have done that. If I be you, I would not have done that. If I be you, I would not have done that. Now see, what is a conditional sentence? The other name of conditional sentence is if pattern. Means sentence will have two parts. One part will consist of the word if and automatically the other part, and the part which will consist of if will be called if part and if clause. Automatically the other part will be main clause. Now see, this is conditional sentence because one part consists of the word if, automatically the other part is main clause. Now see, let's discuss the rule. Let us discuss the rule. If clause, I am making this in tabular form to make you understand better and to keep it in mind easily. If clause and main clause. V1 shall will plus V1. V2 would plus V1, would plus V1, head plus V3, would have plus V3. Clear? So this is the rule, this is the table which will help you to solve the conditional sentence easily. Verb 1 shall or will plus verb 1 in the main clause. If the verb in the if clause part is V2, what will be the verb in the main clause? Would plus first form of the verb. Again, if head plus third form of the verb is there in if clause, then would have plus third form of the verb will be there in the main clause. Now let's check out. See, if I be you, I am asked to correct this part, that is if clause. I would not have done that. This part is already corrected. Let's break. Would plus would have plus done, do did done, V3, would have plus V3, would have plus V3. Now according to if clause or if part, what should be the verb in the if clause? It should be head plus third form of the verb. Now see, if I put this head here. Now V3, what is V3 of the verb be? Been, B-E-E-N, been. If I had been you, I would not have done that. Clear? Conditional sentences are easy. The main thing is you have to keep this table in mind, and if you can, you will never make mistake in conditional sentence. I can assure you that. Clear? Okay, very good. Let's move to next sentence. Sentence number 4. The next sentence, sentence number 4. Let's check out the next sentence. My sister buy a camera for her sister's birthday last week. My sister buy a camera for her sister's birthday. For her sister's birthday last week. My sister buy a camera for her sister's birthday last week. Now analyze the sentence. You see, last week is there, last week. Last week. If in any sentence you see some time phrases like this: last week, last year, last month, ago, yesterday, as if, as though, it is time, I wish. These are the time phrases used in which tense? Past indefinite tense. So last week is there. As per rule, the verb in the bracket should be in which tense? Past indefinite tense. Alright. Now see the confusion. There is a confusion between these two words. Bought and brought. Bought and brought. What is the difference? This R is not there in this word. The difference here is bought is the past tense of buy. Clear? Bought is the past tense of buy. But brought is the past tense of what? Bring. Bring. Clear? Bring, the past tense of bring is brought, the past tense of buy is bought. So here the word buy is there. What? Last week, past indefinite tense. So what shall we use? Bought. Clear? Bought. So the answer will be my sister bought. My sister bought a camera for her sister's birthday last week. My sister bought a camera for her sister's birthday last week. Clear? Number 4, very easy one. Now let's move to sentence number 5. See, sentence number 5. I not meet him for a week. I not meet him for a week. Now see, this sentence is little bit confusing sentence. How? You see, we all know there is a rule. What is the rule? If we see the word since or for in any sentence, since or for in any sentence, and after that mention of time is there, so according to rule, what should be the form of the verb? It should be in present perfect continuous, but not exactly. Now how? There are some criterias. If the verb is to be in present perfect continuous tense along with since or for and after the mention of time is there, first condition is sentence should be a positive one. Second condition is the verb which we shall be asked to correct should be a continuous verb. Clear? If the verb is a non-continuous or a discontinuous verb, the tense, the form of the verb or the tense will be in present perfect tense. It will not be in present perfect continuous tense. Second thing is that if the sentence is negative, and in that sentence we see either since or for after the mention of time, the sentence will be in which tense? Present perfect tense. Very good. Now see, I not meet him for a week. For is there. A week, 1 week, mean time. For is there. After that mention of time is there. Sentence is positive or negative? Negative. How? Not is there. The word not is there. Sentence is what? Negative. Clear? From since or for is there. After that mention of time is there. Sentence is negative. So what will be the form of the verb in the bracket as per rule? It should be in present perfect tense. So present perfect tense. I have not met him for a week. Clear? I have not met him for a week. Let's move to the next sentence. Sentence number 6. Students should always work hard because students should always work hard because universities accept only the best students. Because universities accept only the best students. Now see, accept will be in bracket. Students should always work hard because universities accept only the best students. This is sentence. Now read the sentence. What is said? Students should always work hard because universities accept only the best students. Nowadays, universities, what do? They accept good students, they accept best students. For this, students should work hard. Students should study properly, seriously to do good result. So this is a fact. It's a fact. It's a simple fact. If students are not best students, if students do not do good result, they will not be called as best students. So ultimately, universities will not accept them. So this is a fact. All right. This is a fact. Students should always work hard to get admission in universities because universities accept the best students. So this is a fact, and facts are used in simple present tense. Facts are used in which tense? Simple present tense. So simple present tense, subject plus first one of the verb plus object is the structure of present indefinite tense or simple present tense. Facts are used in which tense? Simple present tense or present indefinite tense. So I write the answer. Students should always work hard because universities accept universities accept only the best students. Universities accept only the best students. So this is sentence number 6. Let's move to the next sentence. This marker is actually not working properly. Let me check out. Yes, this one is good. All right. Now let's move to the next sentence. Sentence number 7, hopefully. Sentence number 7. Now see. By the time the police arrived, the thief flee. By the time the police arrived, by the time the police arrived, by the time the police arrived, the thief flee. By the time the police arrived, the thief flee. All right. So this is the sentence. By the time the police arrived, the thief flee. See, by the time the police arrived, the thief flee means in this sentence two works are going on. Two works are going on. By the time the police arrived means before the arrival of the police, the thief flee. Before the arrival of the police, the thief flee. What are the two works in the sentence? One, the arrival of police. The arrival of police. The other, the going of thief. Alright? So, see, there is a rule. If two works are going on in a sentence, if two works are there in a sentence, if two works are there in a sentence, and both the works are taking in the past, from the two works, the work that will take place first is put in past perfect tense, and the work that will take place later will be put in past indefinite tense. The work which will take place before is put in past perfect tense, the work that will take place later is put in past indefinite tense. So see, before the arrival of the police, the thief flee. Mane, the thief flee fast, the police arrived later. So this work happened fast, this work happened later. The work that happened first will be put in which tense? Past perfect tense. So I shall make this part, this verb as past perfect. So what will I write? By the time the police arrived, the thief had fled. The thief had fled. Over? All right. Clear? Very good. All right. Now we shall take next sentence, that is sentence number 8. Sentence number 8. The delivery man delivered the parcel already. The delivery man delivered the parcel already. See the sentence, the delivery man delivered the parcel already. All right. So you see the word already is there. So there are some time phrases which are used in present perfect tense. For example, just now, never, ever, recently, already, lately. Hey, these are the time phrases which are used in which tense? Present perfect tense. All right. So the word already is there. According to rule, this sentence will be in which tense? The verb given in bracket will be in which tense? Present perfect tense. The delivery man, one person. So the delivery man has delivered the parcel already. The delivery man has delivered the parcel already. Clear? Okay. So, dear students, here I end the discussion of correct tense for today. So, I will rather ask you, I will ask all my students to watch the video again and again. You go through all the rules which you have done in the class when you were in class 9, and I am sure you will face no problem in correct tense. Now for more practice, what to do? All of you are suggested to purchase question banks from the library. There are n number of questions from correct tense are given. Solve all the correct tense. If you have any doubt, any confusion, you can talk to me, you can text me, you can WhatsApp me, and I am always there for you to help you. All right, thank you.